Hey, South Carolina's Math and History, and we are going to take a look at the Consumer Price Index. But we're going to split this video into two things. This one is the introduction, and the next one is going to be about what the formula is and how to do the math. So in the past, we've been taking a look at GDP. And when we take a look at GDP, that meant gross domestic product. What that means it calculates all the production and all of the services within the country that you're in. Like, for example, the United States is going to calculate the production it has and also the services it has to see how their economy is doing. However, that happens as a nation as a whole. But how can you calculate your own things, like your income, or the value of your own stuff, or your salary, for example, or stuff that you bought, which will probably sell later? Well, that is what Consumer Price Index is all about. But wait. How can Consumer Price Index calculate basically the goods and the value of a person? Instead of saying GDP or say the entire nation, Consumer Price Index calculates the stuff within a city. So here's how it's going to work. Here is a city right here, and here is another city right there. Let's say the city is going to give you $100,000 for your work. But the city over here is going to the salary annually is $80,000 a year. Some people may fall into the trap saying that this one is a lot better, City A. City B is going to give you a less amount of money. However, there is a catch. What if we say that City A is more expensive to live in? Therefore, there is going to be a proportional idea where your income and the amount of money you must spend on to reach your requirements for your lifestyle is going to be directly proportional. City B may give you less money for salary, but it's cheaper to live there. And it's still proportional. So even though cities might offer you more bigger or higher salaries, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get money as extra in the long run. You will have to pay fees for your living, for example. The item of a good and its price that changes 10 years later . We can calculate the income of a person and see what the income would be like in 10 years, or we could see if it was in 10 years before. And also, we can calculate the CPI, or Consumer Price Index, to see what is the value of a city in terms of the goods it has. And what they do to calculate the consumer price index is focus on a basket of goods and see what the value in the number of money, the price of that, people would usually buy during that year. This is a good way to understand the economy, but in a more lifestyle perspective, or a more perspective on the city and how much people are buying on what kind of object or price. So here is one little question. Let's say that this is our basket, like a picnic basket. The problem is, what do you think would be in this basket is calculated? Well, many people in my economics class listed like toilet paper, food like apples, water, flex wheels, yes, actually flex wheels, and more. But why does this even happen, and who makes the decisions to put what inside the basket and what not to? Well, if you take a look at the Business Labor Bureau or the Business Labor Statistics, what they do is they go around the country and ask people to do surveys based on what they usually buy from a store every month. And they also gather the quantities and the price of what people are buying and put them into a basket. When they calculate the basket, it will understand the consumer price index of that city, for example. But the thing is, since some people live in the city and some people live in the country or farmlands, the basket is always going to be referred to an urban basket. So basically, it would say, what is people buying and how much people are buying the product in a city, because that is where mostly America or many of the countries live, in a city. So that is how Consumer Price Index is calculated. The next video, we're going to show you and explain the formula and how to do Consumer Price Index of a city. So this is a cool video because Consumer Price Index allows you to calculate the price of an object over the time of years, also your salary in the time of years, and how much value a city has by calculating its goods in a single basket that is made by urban people. I hope this video has helped you understand Consumer Price Index, but the introduction to Consumer Price Index. Thank you for watching Top Penalized Math Industry. Like and subscribe.